Dizi Does Downhill!
This is Millie. She's scared of needles.
Does Downhill. Today we're going to do a tubeless conversion, and we're going to throw this inner tube away! Let's get started!
So why go tubeless? The main benefits are puncture resistance. You are less likely to get a flat in the first place as there's no tube to get pinched. And if you do get a puncture, the sealant in the tyre will clog small holes and prevent air loss. Traction and feel are improved by running lower air pressure. The chance of getting a pinch flat from running a tubeless setup is reduced, so in turn lower tyre pressure can be run, which helps with traction. Weight saving. While some sealant, rim tape and a new valve are required, the loss of the inner tube can lead to lower weight. At the end of the video, we find that the weight loss for the D24X is approximately half a pound per wheel. Dex, what are we going to use for this project?
Tubeless valves, tire sealant, tire levers.
That's right.
And a pump.
That's right. Let's get cracking. Alright, here's Dex's Polygon D24X. It comes with a tubeless ready wheel setup. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the wheel off, then remove the tyre, and then take out the inner tube. And then we're going to insert a tubeless valve.
What's the inner tube? Is this the
We'll see in a minute. Yeah, that's attached to the inner tube. And then we're going to put the tyre back on, and then put some sealant in, and then pump it up and see how we get on. You want to come and take the wheel off, Dex?
Yep. So what do I do first?
Pull that towards you.
Yeah.
You got it. Keep pulling.
Yeah.
So that's the quick release. Okay, now you want to just engage it in there. Now spin it around. Push it towards me.
This?
No.
This?
Leave it. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Like that, yeah. There you go, just pull it out. There you go, nice, and down comes the wheel. Great.
Where is it?
You want to go put those over there, and I'll get the tyre levers.
No, Dad, I can get them.
Okay.
So what are we going to do with the tire levers?
So,
Oh yeah, I know how to do this.
okay.
Then I know how to just do kind of
No, go that way.
this way.
Yeah, there you go. Get it underneath that bead, there you go. Now pull it towards you. Pull. Keep pulling. Yeah, there you go. Got that off.
I think
Now what we can do is, see this? Can you pull the tube up?
Okay. Wait, Dad, can I do it?
Yeah.
I got it. I didn't even realize that tire had a tube.
Yeah. Okay, gently, because we're now at the valve. So this valve has to go into the wheel, okay? Push it into the tyre. Push.
Wait, push this.
Yeah, push the whole thing. There you go. Now you can pull the tube out. Nice. Okay.
You mean this attached to this?
Yeah, that stays attached to it. Okay, there's the tyre off.
This is so flat.
Yeah, what we're going to do with this is just give it a quick wipe. We used muck-off tubeless valves and used the fitment that came pre-installed on that valve. As we insert the valve into the rim, we take the O-ring and place it on the outside of the valve stem and push it up towards the rim. We then hand tighten the retaining nut up against the O-ring. This should be done hand tight. I'll take that. Alright, well now we're going to need the tyre.
Okay, got the tire in this thing. There.
The tyre, no, just the tyre please.
Okay. Was that cool?
That was pretty cool.
I like it.
So Now we're going to put the tyre back on. Okay.
Oh, I know what we're gonna do next. It's this or this. It's one of these.
So that's out, so we can pump it up.
Pump it up. Pump it up. Can I do it?
Yep. Just pull the trigger.
This?
Yep. Alright, I think we found the source of the air leak. It's not actually the valve, it is the weld. So here's the weld. Oh, there you go. In fact, it's not a weld. It's obviously just leaking from that particular spot. And here's the cause of the leak. It's the seam on the wheel. It's the seam on the wheel that was letting the air through. So I think we're going to retake that and give it another go. So here's after the tape job. You can see I've covered up most of the exposed seam. So hopefully that will stop any leaks coming out of that particular area. You put the syringe in there, okay, and then pull back on the plunger until it gets to 60. Keep going. A little further.
Yeah. Tell me.
This hand. Okay, so let's just put the syringe down to the. There you go. Okay, now push down on the plunger.
That's all?
Is that all the way down?
Yes.
There you go, nice. Now pull that out. Okay, I'll take that. Can you screw that in?
Is it good?
Yeah, so now we've got the sealant in the bottom of the wheel, but we need to spread it out amongst the whole tyre and around the whole rim, because there's little bits in the sealant that fill all the tiny little gaps. Yeah, just pick it up, bounce it a little bit, then turn it a bit, turn it a bit. Yeah, then turn it, and then bounce it again. That's it, turn it again, bounce it again.
And halfway there.
Nice. Alright, I'm going to do what I saw on a Losco YouTube video. You ready?
Hmm?
Nice.
Is that it? Oh yeah, I know what you're doing, Dad. Dad, can I try?
That's kind of fun.
Can I try? Dad, can I try?
Yep. We'll give it a bit of a spin. Just see if it spins.
Back to normal.
That's not rubbing against the brake. I think we're done. I think we'll just see if it's still inflated in the morning, right?
Yeah, Dad, can I do that?
Nice. High five. The net weight saving from converting the front wheel to tubeless is probably in the order of 235 grams. 300 for the tube, less 60 grams or so for the sealant, and about 5 grams for the valve. On the lessons that we learned as we did our first ever tubeless conversion. The entity wheels seem pretty robust, though the weld between the ends of the rim are far from perfect and allow a lot of air to escape. We would have bravely pushed ahead and thrown sealant in the tyre to see if we could seal the holes, but this would have been a messy and frustrating affair if we were wrong. The tubeless rim tape that comes in the wheels is poorly applied. It doesn't cover the whole width of the rim, so leaks are inevitable. After finishing filming on the front wheel conversion, we attempted the same process on the back. We applied a lot of what we learnt from doing the front wheel, and things were moving ahead quite well until we had a large leak from both the gap in the rim and the adjacent spoke hole. Which brings us to, make sure you have plenty of tubeless rim tape on hand, or you'll be putting the tube back in the tyre and hitting up Amazon for fresh supplies. Dex will be running just one tubeless wheel until the rim tape hits our doorstep. Seating stubborn tyres on reluctant rims is made far easier by using an air compressor, cranking up the regulator pressure to warp factor 10, and removing the valve core to allow for maximum air volume to push the tyre beads out into their seats.
Thank you for watching Dizi Does Downhill. Make sure to subscribe, put some comments down below, and like it. And check out our other video.